In this video, I'm going to go over the Ardan platform, go over the costs, what investments it has, the safety, the infrastructure, who it is for, and how does it compare to other platforms in the market, particularly for expats. So firstly, who is the Ardan platform? It was created in 2013. It's a platform based in the Isle of Man with the Manx Insurance Group under the IGFL group, which has, as of present, I think it's around 25 billion assets under management. So in terms of the costs of the Ardan platform, base cost is 0.4%, although many these days are getting kind of deals on it and it costs 0.3% for amounts under 500,000 US dollars or currency equivalent. This does go down as well, so if you have larger amounts over $1 million, you can get it kind of 0.2, 0.25%, and it keeps going down on that the more you have. In terms of investments, what it has open is a pretty open architecture term of investment, so if you don't have the investments, you can get it added. I've seen this as a plus side when you're comparing it to other platforms. If you're looking for pure vanilla kind of ETFs or standard mutual funds or stocks, for example, it has it. It's same as any other platform, to be honest. If you are looking for more bespoke options, it may have it if they're listed ETFs. It doesn't have option trading. It doesn't have leverage kind of trading or currency trading on it. It's not like your IBKR kind of traders platform. It is more of a standard vanilla kind of platform for that you would get, say, if you were looking for a pension platform. The safety of it, it's pretty good. It's backed by Citibank as a custodian and all funds, so it's got to that. That's actually what you're paying for. Part of the fee for is the custody fee on it. It's got the Manx insurance scheme, so I think safety is pretty fine on that. The infrastructure of the platform, I'll put a few photos on what I've got on my personal account. I think it's okay. It's not great, but it does a job, and that's what it's meant to do. You can view the funds. It tells you how much you've gained, etc. It tells you the costs, what's debt, what's increased, etc. It's not super detailed, but again, if you're just looking for something basic, it does a job. Now, who is this for and how does it compare? I think these are the two main points to get put on the Ardan platform. So who is it for? I think it's mainly for kind of expats in, say, the Middle East, more particularly British expats, because of the way it has capital gains that may have under, say, 500,000 US dollars, not looking for an offshore bond option, so you may not know where you're going to go, but may, say, have a foreign spouse and want something just for estate planning. I think you do have other options for DIY platforms that are cheaper, so for example Swissquote, Saxo Bank, particularly cheaper. You're looking at 0.12% and $1 a trade compared to Ardan's 0.4 and £5 a trade. So I think if you're looking for a cheaper platform, there's definitely that out for you if you're looking for a DIY option. But if you're looking for more estate planning, I think this is where Ardan really comes into its own, where you can have trusts easily put in, particularly for UK expats, maybe not for US expats, but for British and maybe European and Australians. May have looking to auto resell with the capital gains. They may want to have a beneficiary on the platform. I think this is as good as any in the offshore market. It is an advisor-led platform. How does it compare to other advisor-led platforms such as Novia and Morning Star? Costs are more or less the same. In terms of funds, it does have a bit more in the fund range than Novia and Morning Star. I think that's a bit better. Although I'd say the technology on both Novia and Morning Star are a bit better, but it's minor differences. The only major one is the FCA regulation. Ardan does not have FCA regulation. Novia and Morning Star do, so you know that if you're going into Novia and Morning Star, it's completely clean base. Whilst Ardan, you can put in trail paying funds, which advisors can do, and I've seen in a few funds in Ardan do, but mainly if you're sticking to ETFs, this shouldn't be a problem for you, and it should be particularly fine. So if you're comparing like for like, I don't think there's too much in it location wise. Novia is based in Jersey, Isle of Man, both very stable location. So I think it's up there with the top kind of advisor-led platforms in my opinion. So I personally do use Ardan, and this is completely unbiased. I've not been paid to say this by Ardan. I think it's a completely acceptable platform. I don't think it's the cheapest platform out there, but say if you're getting the tax advantages on it, I think it can be worth it, especially if nowadays you're paying kind of 0.25%. You can get it down to that. I think that's completely reasonable, and you're not using it as a trading platform. You're not using it as a kind of day trading or want these option tradings, etc. You just want it as a kind of more plain vanilla standard. Buy some ETFs, hold it, maybe rebalance it once or twice a year. I think that's where it comes into its own, and that's where it has its strength. I'd be comfortable in using this if it's used at the base cost and you're using it in ETFs, and I think it's just as good as other platforms such as Novia and Morning Star in the market on the advisor-led side.